Okay, am I live now? Hey now, see now. We live now? We are live now. We are live now. Okay, we're live. And today, as you guys see from the title, if you watch the video after, you probably see the stuff after, of course, too, as well. So let me go ahead and do my intro. Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. By the video title, the video is about, we're just discussing, football. Got NFL, of course. Make sure I'm not muted. Yep, I'm not muted. Okay. We discussed the NFL, of course, a lot of different NFL topics, the Super Bowl matchup, the potential people, maybe Bowl as well. I see a lot of fans, been saying that too as well, boycotting the Super Bowl. And also, of course, some other things like the Steelers, as well, some news on that, and also some draft prospects as well, and just basically football in general. Talking about all that type of stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna give about a few minutes before I dive into the full stuff, of course. Actually, I should write I'm gonna write the topics. I'm gonna write the topics in the thing. I said, "Boo, not watching." What's up, Mark? Mark is leading the crowd of the boycott crowd to not watch the Super Bowl. I'm only watching it for the halftime show. Because I gotta do a video, and my cousin gonna react to the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar performing, of course, one of my favorite artists since I was like in middle school. So I'm gonna be watching because of that. But in terms of the game, I really don't care. I hope the Eagles win it to stop that three-peat, but like I mentioned many times before, if the game is close, the Chiefs going to win it. Because all it takes is one. I'm not saying the NFL is rigged, but all you need to rig something up is just one person. You just need one person in on it. And they can have one referee. All you need is one person in on it. One person in, like one referee in on it, and they'd be like, okay, I'm going to call something a little shaky right there. And then they can mess the whole course of the game up. To the stupid Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs are... Like crazy. Like let's actually start right there with that real first. The Super Bowl match. The Eagles, of course, dominated the Commanders. I know a lot of the Commander fans was calling and saying that they're seeing a lot of like holding penalties, but they lost 55-23. They could have called some of those penalties and you still take they probably take 2 touchdowns off the board and you still lose by a lot. They still have 40-something points on you. So the Commanders just got dominated in that game. On the turnovers would mess them up in that game, and the Eagles found the victory and headed back to the Super Bowl. But they're gonna be crazy. The Eagles are not that much better. Yeah, the Eagles fans are. Philly fans are always bad. We've seen the Sixer fans. They boo their own guys and stuff. Of course, the Eagle fans. I seen some video where they was like berating the Commanders fan. They stole his hat and everything. They was berating them outside and stuff. Philly is always crazy. Mahomes a ref. What's up? Call that changes the outcome. What's up, Byron? Yeah, that's true. I'm watching for the call to change the outcome. Yeah, all you need is one person in on it. Yeah, one person in on it, and you can rig the whole thing. That's all you need, because like I mentioned many times, like if the game is close, the Chiefs always find a way to pull it off, because it always takes some crazy thing that's happening at the end. But the Bills situation, now Josh Allen they did get a bad spot in that play, but he did have opportunity, the drive after, a drive later in the game to try to tie it or take the lead in the game. And then 4th and 5. Now I know 4th and 5. I don't know why Josh Allen thought they was not going to blitz. Like, who's going to let a quarterback, an all-pro level quarterback, sit back there comfortable on 4th and 5 when the game on the line and just throw it to anybody? So, of course, they were going to blitz. They sent the blitz in to Josh Allen, and then Josh Allen, I guess they pick it up. And he threw the ball to Kincaid, and Kincaid had a chance for it, but that's a tough catch to make. You got to dive, try to save it from hitting the ground and stuff. He threw off his back foot as well. It was a harder play than what it was last week. Remember last week, Lamar Jackson threw a perfect ball to Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews just dropped it. He threw it right to his chest. All you gotta do is just fall. If it do bobble, it bobble to your body, but he bounced it out, and he just dropped it. But in this situation right here, it's very hard for Kincaid to make that catch. But the Bills did get a chance. They got screwed over in that spot, but they did have a chance after that to make a play to try to take the lead or tie the game up, and they just couldn't do it. Again, said Tyrone Johnson, what's up, Tyrone? Said Mason Graham. If we can get Mason Graham, woo! If the Steelers can get Mason Graham, that'd be great. But he's gonna be gone probably around. If he magically falls down, which I don't think is gonna happen, he's gonna be gone probably by probably the first 5 picks like that. But we can get him. That'd be great. That'd be great to get him. He's gonna get a flag to help them win. I'm telling you, if the game is close, it's gonna be something crazy that happen. It's 4th quarter, 2 minutes left, and it's like 28-28 or something like that. The Chiefs gonna win. Like you got to beat the Chiefs, you got to be up by double digits in the last like 5 minutes. You got to be up like big. That's how the Bills beat them early this season, regular season. It was up big time, and when those penalties happen, it won't really affect in a sense. Bowl would be great too. Or Arizona. The Texas game he played, he was very good in that game. He was doing everything he could to help them win. He had more offensive yards than with Texas. He was playing very good football. He's a dynamic threat. I'm actually making a video about him tomorrow, actually. So I'll be breaking down him fully. I'd rather watch the grass grow Super Bowl 59. Shout out to Mark for being the captain for 4 months. Captain member. Yeah, but you should do a watch along. Do a watch along. I'll probably tune in too. Do a watch along for Super Bowl 40 or Super Bowl 40. Do a watch along. Just have everybody start their game, because these on YouTube. They have everybody start their stuff at the same time and just do a watch along during the what's the name. The Steelers drafting. I'm gonna say the Steelers drafting round. Trying to see in round one. I don't know. They said I don't think your super chat is on. Of course, if you're doing a free agent, and then you go like to the draft, you have of course like less to get. But I think receiver, it gotta be receiver and nose tackle. Really, those are the top two. Maybe cornerback, depending on what happens, of course, too, because we do need another cornerback. Because Dusty Jackson probably gonna be gone, so you need another cornerback out there. I want to see a super chat, super stick. Okay, I think they're on now. There you go. Okay, I had to redo that stuff. It was trying to get me to verify my something like my license with the YouTube thing. It was doing differently. So that's receiver round one. Yeah, you gotta go receiver round one. Go receiver round one. Depending on what happens, of course. Depending on what happens in the free agency. Yeah, if you go out there in free agency, like I've been advocating for Chris Godwin, and you get Darius Slayton with George Pickens, then you might not have to take one. You probably can wait later round to get one because you have George Pickens, Darius Slayton, and Roman. You might can wait to get a receiver later on, but they don't. They go out there just get one of the guys. They go out there get Chris Godwin or Darius Slayton, like that, either or something like that. Probably the best people that fit kind of our offense. Then you might have to draft one early on so you can have a guy that's big time up there. So they got to spend some money. I know Mr. Rooney was talking about it yesterday, saying that he heard the fan noise, but you got to spend some money, Mr. Rooney. You can't be cheap no more. Got to spend some money. Thanks for the gifted the Arsenal DB memberships. Let's see. I want to film the grass. Film the grass. Film the grass for 4 hours. that'd be funny. That'd be funny too. But yeah, the grass is great. Let's see how it's moving. Film the grass for 4 hours during the Super Bowl. But yeah, the Chiefs, like they're a great team. Of course, I love Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. I just don't like the Chiefs, the entity of the Chiefs. I like Mahomes, what he's doing, game-changing player, of course. But it's just like the way they're getting it done. It's always like everything that seems like and fidgety. And like it's rigged, of course. I don't think the game is rigged, but I think it's be one official sometimes. There's like got some gambling stuff. That happened before in sports. It happened in the NBA. Be one official probably, and it happened in baseball too. Remember Pete Rose? They was like it probably be one official, or one person out there who got some gambling stuff. They're like, hey, I need to make sure they win. So all I need is just one bad call, one bad call in the game, and see what happens. It says draft a nose tackle in the O-line. Patanu going to be washed. Yeah, Patanu, he played good, but then I do agree that knee. I don't know how good that knee going to hold up because in Washington he already had that knee. He had his knee injury since college, and like many people say, you don't just come to the league. You don't get healthier in the league because you're playing against these all pro level guys. You got to block and stuff as well, so it's gonna get harder for your body to recover. So that knee is an issue. So hopefully he can manage that. But I would definitely take an offensive tackle for depth purposes because Broderick Jones, if he switches back to the regular spot, he plays good. That's good. But he's been tripping too as well. So I would definitely draft an offensive tackle early on, especially if I can get if I don't sign one in the off season, like maybe in free agency or something. I'll definitely draft one early on like that. So have to see. I appreciate it, Mark. So thanks for always doing the podcast. Of course. The podcast be fun. Talking Steelers, talk Steelers all day. Steelers all day and sports. Sports all day. Appreciate the 20. So they get Slade and Godwin, they can draft the receiver later. Yeah. I hope they get both. Guys. They got to spend some money on what I have. But the Super Bowl matchup is it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The Eagles they got to be the, even though the Eagles are one of the most hated fan base, they have voted the past 2 years. Even though they're the most hated fan base, they got to pull off the victory. And they already underdogs in this matchup too, which is crazy. But we'll have to wait and see. That's a beer for you. I'll substitute it with tea. Yeah, I never tasted beer or any alcoholic beverage. I never tasted it before. Maybe one day I'll taste it, but I never tasted it before. So rest in Pete. Oh yeah, Pete Rose did pass away, I think last year, right? Yeah, but I think he got banned by the MLB for some gambling thing. Like one of the best, but some that happened or something, some rigged stuff. Barkley wins and just him. Barkley been playing real good. Barkley been running like crazy. Like that. Barkley been playing real good football. He might be the best free agent signing over the past year. I think this last year, because like to go from rags to riches, play for the Giants, and the Giants didn't do anything. They paid Daniel Jones over you. I think even though you gave Daniel Jones his money really, because without Saquon Barkley that year, Daniel Jones' numbers would have been bad. He didn't really have the best numbers either. He threw 16 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions, which is not nothing spectacular. It's cool and all, but it's not nothing spectacular to go home and like scream and cheer about. That money, $40 million, and they couldn't pay Saquon Barkley, of course, later on, and he went to the Eagles. And a lot of people got mad at him, talking about, so why did he go to the Traders? Well, hey, you guys traded me, so I will go somewhere else. And he went to the Eagles, and now he's in the Super Bowl. Rags to riches. And if he win the Super Bowl too, it might be the greatest free agent acquisition, and it might reset the running back markets. Running backs are important, the ones who are top tier. The Derrick Henrys, the Saquon Barkley, the Chris McCaffreys, the different individuals who go out there and lead their team in production and touches and go out there and make plays. Make it look easy out there. So you aren't missing much, to be honest. Alcohol is the devil. If they get both, they don't have the draft one yet. I hope they do get both. They got to spend some money. They got to spend some money this year. Still clear from the booze. But you see them tribe men trying Coca-Cola for the first time. I don't drink soda either. Growing up, my mom never gave us soda. I used to sneak it sometimes, like when I was I was younger, like 10 or 11. But I don't drink soda either. She never bought soda like that, so I don't drink soda either. So I do drink tea though, of course. You know, tea and coffees. They gotta be iced coffee like that. But I don't drink a lot of it because the caffeine and stuff. But yeah, y'all don't drink soda either. If Kenny Pickett goes to the Super Bowl, that's a kick in the Steelers. You know, it'd be funny because the way Jalen Hurts play, he do get banged up. Imagine Kenny Pickett step in the game. That'd be like some of the worst thing possible. Jalen Hurts get hurt. Hopefully not. You know, I hope he don't get hurt. But he get hurt, like in a scenario, and Kenny Pickett come in the game and win the game for them. Imagine that. We'll never hear the end of it. We'll never hear the end of that. And if Juju win, we'll see. We'll never hear the end of it either. He already won with the Chiefs, so we got a lot of former Steelers playing there in that game. A few former Steelers. So still clear from soda. Man, I drink like one a day. Yeah, the soda because the soda is high. I try to manage my sugar levels like that. To try to keep my abs a little bit like that, but the sugar levels, I think some sodas will be like 26 grams, 27 grams, 28 grams. So that's basically all your whole sugar intake. So you try to balance it out through the day a little bit. So you might have a protein shake that you take that might have lesser sugar, especially the organic ones that have lesser sugar. So you drink about 2 of those, you can kind of spread your stuff out like within a day like that. Try to manage it a little bit. So I hope KP8 throw a touchdown. He might, because Jalen Hurts been getting hurt a little bit. He got hurt last game, but he still played the full game. But he did get hurt into the season though, a few times like that, a little banged up, and he missed some games. So what if Kenny Pickett come in and lead the game-winning drive or something? That would be something crazy. The Pickett would throw 2 picks and fumble the rock. Yeah, that probably was still one. I was excited a little bit for the pick. I was like something different. I was hoping for Malik Willis that year, but I knew Malik Willis wasn't the first round pick. But I was hoping to be got on maybe later rounds or something. When we took Kenny Pickett early on, I was like, okay, I see a Steeler. I see how things go. And he's not like terrible. Like I don't know, people may say he's terrible. He's not terrible. He's not good either. He's kind of like he's like all right, but he's not like first round pick type of talent like that. He's just like he's like a little shaky, like in between. Like he'll give you some good, he'll give you some bad like that. It's like it's not the style of offense the style of player we need for our offense. We need somebody who's like Big Ben was perfect here. You know, ability to scramble and create things out of nothing and just go out there and dominate. He was very good like that. So we just need somebody like that. Justin Fields have potential to be something similar. If they go out there and get weapons around him and they stop putting the training wheels on him and letting them do these short underneath stuff and all this crazy little dump off stuff. Because I feel like the first 6 games he played, he went 4-2 as a starter. They kind of held him down a little bit. Like, he was playing pretty good, but they kind of playing conservative a little bit. They didn't want him to throw the ball deep and take chances and stuff. They want him to keep everything in between the numbers. But I want him to go out there and scramble, use his legs, use the ability. When he had playmakers out there to see his full, skill set. So I wonder if Pickett, I hope we draft the rest. We might need to draft the rest. We might need to draft the rest. So you can eat wherever you want if you work out enough. That is true. That is true. But some people's bodies be different though. Jared, some people have like the lower metabolism, so they eat like a lot. It's kind of hard for them to burn it out sometimes. I think mine's is kind of like, it's kind of like I'm a little higher because sometimes I can go like days like I eat maybe go a day where you like eat anything you want like that, and then you kind of like burn the stuff like off the next day, or like you never like kind of go like too high or too low, like your body always stay the same like that. But some people, I think stuff is a little lower, so it'll be a little different. And so I wonder if Pickett is learning from the sidelines of Philly. Yeah, I wonder. He said he wanted to he could have learned. He really could have had opportunity here because Russ was only on a 1-year deal. He could have just sat behind Russ, and Russ didn't play the first 6 games, so he had a chance to play as well. But he decided to leave, and then still said, "Okay, we just get Justin Fields then, bring him in, a young guy in like that." So he kind of messed himself up with that a little bit. It says I read Tomlin was looking at a defensive lineman at the Senior Bowl. I hope so. I hope Coach Tomlin too this year he kind of take a seat back. I love Coach Tomlin, but sometimes when things not working, you're doing the same thing over and over. Take a seat back. Let somebody else make decisions for the staff and spend some money. Stop being cheap, guys. Spend some money. Add some top level assistants there to help the team out. We've seen a lot of coaches there before. They things was working their way. Like Nick Sirianni, who's in the Super Bowl now. Remember he was calling the plays at first. Things was working out too good. He took a seat back, let the offensive coordinator take over, do more stuff, and let the guys do more stuff. He just kind of became the overseer like that, and it worked out for him. Back in the Super Bowl. So Cobra stuck us. Couldn't believe we passed on Litterbond. Yeah, Colbert kind of set us up for failure. He drafted. I still don't see how you retire, but you can still draft the team. I'm like, why are you drafting the team then if you're retired? To go home. Let Mr. Khan. If Mr. Khan was taking over, I think he would have probably not drafted Kenny Pickett. He probably would have just built a team up around you because you draft a quarterback early on and you don't have the pieces around him. It's just a guy back there holding the ball. It's like a lot of teams don't get to. You keep trying to draft a quarterback and just throw him out there, but you need to make sure your team is equipped for a quarterback. Add your offensive lineman. Add your receivers, add a running back, add the right offensive coordinator or the right play caller who can call the plays for the quarterback. Then you get your quarterback out there like that. Get the guy that fits the scheme the best. Because you go out there and get the quarterback first and everything not fixed around him, then he's going to be in the same predicament. He get beat up, get banged up, and then, hey, everything goes bad. Yeah, Cobra messes up. Oh, what's up, Gene? What's up? The Pickett couldn't beat out a 35-year-old man. People have low metabolism but fast forwards. That is true. Yeah, but the metabolism it do drop when you get a little older. The metabolism drop a little bit. Russ going to the Pro Bowl, I think, because Josh Allen pulled out the Pro Bowl a little bit. A lot of players pulled out. Like, I'm not playing the Pro Bowl. Like, I'm gonna say, I'm injured. I have a shoulder injury. I'm not playing the Pro Bowl. Still could have had Lamar Jackson, but drafted Edmonds. Yep. Yeah, Gene. Me and you was advocating for that a lot last year. Cooper DeJean, he played good too. You see him in the Eagles NFC Championship game, the pass breakup, the tackles he made and stuff as well. Cooper DeJean is a versatile piece. He would fit perfectly with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He plays safety, he play inside, outside. He can do all types of stuff like that. He's a very good versatile piece. They got both of them too. They got Quinyon Mitchell and they got Cooper DeJean. They drafted both cornerbacks. I was like, come on, man, really? And I'm like, everybody I wanted the Steelers to get, the Eagles got him. I wanted Jalen Hurts real bad that 1 year. And Coach Tomlin was talking to him. He was raving about it. And the way he was saying it, you like, oh, he probably draft Jalen Hurts or something. It took Chase Claypool. And Chase Claypool, I don't know where he's at. He's probably somewhere at a bar fighting somebody again or something. I don't know where Chase Claypool is at. But we should have took Jalen Hurts that year. That would have been perfect. But we went a different route. Cobra's a terrible GM. Cobra, he hit. I'm gonna say his end of tenure was terrible because Jarvis Jones was a bad pick. Artie Burns started off good. They got bad Sean Davis and all those individuals, of course, and the other guys that kind of missed a little bit. But I think Kevin Colbert, he have a good repertoire because he get the Big Ben. You get Big Ben in there, TJ Watt. You got these big time players in there, of course. So you got the Hall of Fame level guys that you drafted. So it kind of make it easy, kind of like Belichick. Belichick overall, did bad, but he did hit on Tom Brady, and he hit on Rob Gronkowski, and Rob Nikovich, Vince Wilfork, all these other different individuals. So when you do that, then nobody else care about the other players you missed on, of course. But overall, Kevin Colbert at the end of his tenure kind of got a little shaky a little bit. But he did hit on some big ones, though, early on. It says, did I miss the R-Type train? Are you talking about Archie Manning? Archie Manning, I think he's going to play. He got to play, a few more years probably. He's going to start next year. I know Quinn Ewers is probably definitely hitting the draft. I don't know where he's going to get drafted at. Probably like maybe 3rd round or something. Boston Greens, Patriots fan here. What's up? What's up? What's up? The Patriots, I think Drake May made the Pro Bowl as well. I thought a lot of guys pulling out. Drake May got potential. I remember I did a video on him last year talking about his analysis and stuff like that. He has potential to be good. The Patriots probably going to take a receiver maybe. You add weapons around him. Add weapons around him. Mike Vrabel's a good coach as well. You build the defense already kind of good. They need to add some other pieces around. So I wonder if they're going to go the route of maybe Travis Hunter or maybe go McMillan. Travis Hunter will help them a lot. Imagine you have Christian Gonzalez on one side, Travis Hunter on the other side. With that defense, Mike Vrabel calling the defense and doing all the stuff he do. Or you could go McMillan, on the offensive side, add him, add some other pieces around and see what happens. Free agency as well. You have a lot of money to spend too. So, hey, you could see some big things happen too as well. I think we'll trade up for Arch if anything. I don't see a losing season next year. Yeah, Archie Manning, that'd be interesting to see how things go. I want to see him face adversity, because in high school, he had all the 5-star recruits on his team. And in college, he playing with Texas now. He got a lot. I want to see him face a little adversity to see how he plays when everything is not perfect around him. So hopefully this year we kind of see that a little bit in Texas and see what happens. Because to see like if he had that clutch gene in him, like his uncles. So I think we'll trade up, for our tight end to date, Taylor Swift. And Travis Kelce, they show her like 10 times. Travis Kelce only had 2 catches for 18 yards. Yes, he's a Hall of Famer and stuff, of course. But he only had 2 catches for 18 yards that game. They show her like 30,000 times on the screen. Taylor Swift is, I don't really listen to Taylor Swift music like that. That's like kind of like teenage rock love music or something like that. I'm not really into that type of music. But they're gonna show her 1,000 times in the Super Bowl though. Definitely. Cobra got us 2, almost 3 Super Bowls. He just had his ups and downs. Yeah. Who would you cut on defense? Oh, who I cut on defense? Byron, I'm definitely cutting Larry Ogunjobi. Ogunjobi's getting paid like $11 million. And, all my people get paid their money and stuff, but he hasn't really been available. He have, I think, 1 sack this year. And he missed a lot of games as well, and he's not too productive. So that'd be the first person I'm looking to cut on defense is Larry Ogunjobi. He has not lived up to his potential. We need to get younger at that position as well, add more depth. And it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what the Steelers do at defensive tackle. I know they got Milton Williams from the Eagles who played in the Super Bowl. He's like 24 years old, had 5 sacks. He's a defensive tackle they can bring in. Jalen Hargrave will be a free agent as well. You got other different guys in the draft. I think Talik Jackson, the Ohio State guy. He's going to be a pretty good signing as well if the Steelers can get him, because he's an individual who can play up front. He might be a 2nd-round pick. Maybe 1st-round pick if it's late round. On 1st-round pick, you want to just jump and get him, but he's definitely around a 2nd-round pick-ish. He's versatile. He played a run very well. That's what we struggle with, because the Ravens rushed for 300 yards against us in the playoffs, which is crazy. 300 yards. We allowed 300 yards. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry just taking turns and just saying, "Oh, you get it, I get it," and just running all through us. So we need to definitely fix that up front. So who'd you cut on defense? Oh, Sutton. I think Sutton might be a free agent. I think he's a free agent though. So we ain't got to bring him back. But if he's not a free agent, you definitely cut Sutton. Sutton and Larry Ogunjobi would be the first people on the list right there, because Larry Ogunjobi's cap hit is like $10, $11 million. So we need to definitely get him out of here. The Arch Manning is he's Cooper's son. Yeah, Cooper Manning. Cooper Manning was a football player. I think he was a receiver, but he got injured. Except for the career-ending injury. He'll be beating Mahomes like his uncle did Brady. Yeah, Manning, you probably gotta wait till 2020, maybe 26 or maybe 27. Like that, I don't know. He probably gonna play 1 year, of course. So maybe 2026, probably 2027-ish. I don't know exactly how long he's gonna stay there. Most guys stay there a little bit. I feel like the more games you play, the better it helps too at the quarterback position, especially if you're playing a pro level offense. Look at Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels played 55 games in college, and look at how it translates to the NFL. Very easy, because he played in the pro level offense for so long. But you go there to Washington, and you have, of course, Cliff Kingsbury calling the plays for him. He might be a bad head coach, but he's a good offensive coordinator. He's a good play caller. And go out there, he got Jaden Daniels playing at a high level, of course, his first year. So you're playing for the future, TJ. Or the future. We do plan for the now. We plan for the now though, right now in this moment right here. We got to go out there and get the only quarterback I think we could trade for. If we wanted to like go out there and get the only guy that come to mind is probably I see somebody say Trevor Lawrence, but I'm like Trevor Lawrence. They would not give him up, and that contract is crazy as well. They would not give Trevor Lawrence up either. I think he'll do well in Pittsburgh, but they're not giving him up. Kyler Murray, maybe, but you have to see. And when you say Kyler Murray, you might say, well, Justin Fields kind of do the same thing he does. Now, Kyler Murray may be a more accurate passer, but you can go with Fields, who's cheaper, a little younger too as well, and who's not injury prone a little bit. Like Kyler Murray do get injured a lot. So I don't know. I don't know exactly who the Steelers would be willing to go all in right now on for. That'd be an interesting thing to see. The Sutton is gone. Yeah, Sutton got to be gone. Sutton got to be gone. Sutton got to be gone. I think TJ Watt supposed to get an extension. They said they're talking about extension for TJ Watt. You got to get TJ Watt a championship ring. This is one championship ring. Please. I'm like, Watt and Cam Hayward have been putting their blood, sweat, and tears on that field. They need one championship ring, please. Like that, please. They said Jack Flacco signed Joe. You know what? As a backup, it wouldn't be bad. We bring Justin Fields in and bring in Joe Flacco. He already played for the Browns. He played for the Ravens. Played for the Steelers. Maybe next year, maybe the year after that, he can play for the Bengals. He can go ahead and complete the whole cycle. But I wouldn't mind that though. You bring him in as the backup quarterback, and they had Justin Fields as the starter. Joe Flacco, of course, he's not overall. His career has been pretty solid career. But in the playoffs, he was very good. I don't know what happened. Like what happened in the playoffs, though, he switched from completely opposite in the playoffs. He just started playing lights out. He beat Peyton Manning on the road. He beat Tom Brady on the road, and he won a Super Bowl as well, like that. And I think it was a comeback victory, right? Or no, it was a blowout. And then the 49ers came back, and then they held him off like that. He won Super Bowl MVP as well. Jacoby Jones might have won MVP because he did have those big touchdowns in that game and a return touchdown as well. RP to Jacoby Jones, but that'd be interesting. To the Steel Unibrow. They fired me. if they fire you, they got to fire me too. They got to fire me too. But luckily the fans can't fire us, not just yet. So I also cut Loudermilk. But yep, Montravius Adams, Mark Robinson, Monte KZ, and Spillane. Yeah, Spillane, he did improve a lot with the Raiders. He'd be good depth as well because we did struggle. I don't know why the Steelers was not using a lot of Atlanta Roberts in that Ravens game. I feel like he's very good at stopping the run, getting down there, being a thumper. But Robert Spillane, he played pretty solid with us, but when we got to the Raiders, he played even better. So maybe come back around, we'll see how he looks. He played the same level. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. It said 2026 Pittsburgh draft you going DB. Oh, not drafting me, but on the draft in person. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going. I'm definitely going to the draft in 2026. I'm definitely going there. I'm trying to be out there for the whole, maybe like Tuesday through Saturday, or Tuesday through Sunday or something like that. Try to be out there for at least the whole week or most of the week like that. So we'll see. But we should definitely do like a of course the first day of the draft we'll be out there, like in person there like that. That'd be cool, like in the crowd, the Steelers section and stuff. Maybe vlogging or recording or something. That'd be very cool. But like Jared said, I think you said it last week too as well, Jared. We should do like what's the name? A flag football game. That'd be cool. A flag football game. Everybody have their stuff. We should do creators versus supporters first, and then mix it up. That'd be clean, like that. That'd be cool, like that. Do like a little event out there. Maybe do like make it be like a little charity thing or something like that. Maybe get some donations for charity for the communities, something like that. Something cool like that. So that'd be clean. I do supposed to coach a flag football team too as well. I'm gonna be an offensive coordinator. I'm coaching a youth flag football team in it's a little Dallas league. It's gonna be me and my uncle is the head coach, and my other uncle, he's gonna be the defensive coordinator. So I'm an offensive coordinator. I'm gonna be coaching like 10-year-olds. So we'll see. We'll see how I do. I'm trying to be better than Matt Canada. So I can see Robinson play this year again on teams and see what happens with our linebacker. Yeah, Robinson he was a running back at first, right? He switched to linebacker. He had potential, but it depends on what the Steelers want to clear money up. They might try to clear some money up, maybe to add some more productive depth. But he could probably come back, definitely. I'm receiver too. I'll be QB. See me, I'm better at throwing. I'm better at throwing like that. But I can definitely play some tight end. I can be tight end. We're gonna be playing like 7-on-7. So I'll be playing from the slot. I'm 6'3", so just throw it up. Throw it up. It said boycott the 2026 Steelers draft. That should be good. Yeah, boycott that. So we can be the only ones there. We'll be right front and center. We can go on stage and take the mic from Roger Goodell's hands and take over the station. So I want to see Holcomb back fully healthy, take a green dot. Yeah, Cole Holcomb was doing a good job. I remember him and Kawhi Alexander, they was playing real good together. Then both of them he tore his Achilles and he tore his ACL the following week, which was crazy. I'm like, how did it happen like back-to-back weeks? And Cole Holcomb, he was practicing a little bit this on the end of the season, but they wasn't ready for him to go out there officially. I'm just hoping to see Roman Wilson out there officially. He only played 3 snaps all year. 3 snaps. I want to see Roman Wilson officially as well, fully healthy. Robinson should have been a starter by now. Yeah, Robinson, he has potential, but I don't know if the Steelers want to wait for him to develop fully. He switched positions from running back to, he might need to switch back to running back maybe, But he got potential though, but we'll see. They could try to clear some cap space up a little bit. Clear up some cap to maybe go out there and sign some other guys and bring some other guys in, but we have to wait and see what they do. Because I think March is March the 7th or something. It's the first week of March, I think, when they start doing free agency. So they're gonna have a period in time where they can re-sign people back or just let them go. And we're gonna see who they bring in. I remember last time, the Steelers nightmare. The first like 10 minutes of free agency, they signed Mr. Trubisky right off the bat. I'm like, what's happening? Mr. Trubisky right off the bat. They signed Mr. Trubisky right off the bat. That one time, I was like, man, really? They signed Mitch right off the bat. That was not a good decision. I think it was Kevin Colbert. Yeah, he signed Mr. Trubisky, and then he drafted Kenny Pickett, and then he did some other stuff as well like that. He got George Pickens right. Pickens was the right get. And that's a question too. Do you guys think the Steelers should extend George Pickens this year, or should they wait to the end of the season? Like they do before the season start, or wait to the end of the season after to see how things kind of go along. I did see some trade rumors as well. People said trade George Pickens, but I'm like, if you're gonna trade him, depending on what you get back, you probably get a 2nd round pick back. You did get a 3rd round pick for Kenny Pickett, which is crazy still, but you can probably get a 2nd round pick back from George Pickens, and maybe use that 2nd round pick to take another receiver, maybe Garrett Wilson, bring him in. You never know. I'm not seeing a lot of different scenarios about George Pickens maybe getting traded or keeping. And I keep seeing people keep telling bringing in DK Metcalf. You cannot bring in DK Metcalf. I'm like, DK Metcalf, they say he had like 55 penalties, I think, in his first since 2019. And he had like 28 personal fouls. He has 3 ejections as well. he got a lot of penalties, face mask, everything. So I do not want George Pickens and him to see who get the most offensive personal fouls like that on the team. That'd be bad signing right there. So do not bring in DK Metcalf. Do not trade for him. You need to trade for a receiver that's more like Garrett Wilson type. He's gonna need that Larry Fitzgerald type tree. Guys who are focused, who not doing the antics, who just play in the confines of the game. You can be aggressive, of course, but just do it within the confines of the game a little bit. Because you start doing the extra stuff, grabbing face masks and pulling them down, getting suspended, and getting all these ejections and stuff, you hurt the team bad. So wait till the end of the season for GP, see how things unfold. Yeah, I think they probably do that as well. I'm like, you don't want to take no chance if he start tripping. we had a crazy receiver one time. I did see somebody say the Raiders were interested in trading for George Pickens, but I'm like, Raiders, you didn't learn your lesson. The first 2 times you had Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, and none of those guys stayed too long with you. I guess they learned their lesson. They want to trade it for another receiver. But I keep him around just to see how things go. Like that. He's a very talented player. It's just he got in his own head. To wait to the season for George Pickens, yeah. We need 2 receivers if we get rid of him, yeah. So reinforcements around him and who to start. Yeah. GP is a good player, just he's got focus. He focused and lock in fully. He can be nice. He can be very nice. Because sometimes you see him do certain things, it's not necessary to do that. Just focus on playing the game. Just focus on playing the game. Oh yeah, Henry Ruggs. I forgot he's still in jail, right? Henry Ruggs, he had he was racing a car, and I think he crashed and took somebody out, like that as well. So he's still in jail. I think he's in jail for 11 years. So Henry Ruggs is another one too. The Raiders have a lot of people who they got rid of, and their coaching situation is very crazy as well. They got I think they got John Gruden, Pierce as well, and who's the other coach? McDaniels as well. All 3 coaches, they're still paying those coaches. I think McDaniels might be off the hook now from their pay thing, because since he signed a job with the offensive coordinator, but I don't think they still got to pay him since he was a head coach and now you downgraded down. I don't know how that works, But they got 3 coaches, former coaches they still paying as well. So they just, and that's why you hear people like about the Mike Tomlin thing, trying to get Mike Tomlin get rid of him and stuff, and try to bring another coach in. Is like we see the Raiders, you see other teams like the Raiders, teams like the Titans, team like the Panthers, all these different teams who have had like 4 or 5 different coaches they have to fire year after year, trying to find the next guy. Now, Coach Tomlin did mess up at one point. One mistake I think he messed up in was the Brian Flores one. He should have kept Brian Flores as his protege. He should have kept Brian Flores in and said, "Hey, I'm gonna move you up to DC, and I'm gonna keep you around. You're gonna be a DC and the assistant head coach." He should have kept him around like his protege. So once he do, I think Coach Tomlin might retire in the next few years after his contract. And he kind of hinted towards that a little bit. I think he just want one more championship, just one more. I feel like sometimes you just want one last ride like that. I think he just want one more championship. And I think he probably retire after that. Because like at first they say it was reports that he would want to retire after Big Ben retired. He said he want to start over with a new quarterback and stuff. But he did come back, of course. So I think Coach Tomlin might retire after this term like that, after his contract is up. But he should have kept Brian Flores around like as his protege. But I do hope Coach Tomlin definitely get one more championship. Just need that one more title. Trade GP to KC and watch him become an instant superstar. Yeah, they'll find a way to use. He had like 1,600 yards or something. Should have brought in Hines to coach up receivers instead of Azani. Yeah, or Antoine Randall. What he did with the Lions. He did a very good job with Jameson Williams and stuff, and Marseille Brown. And now he's headed with he headed to the Bears, joining Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson basically took all of the Lions staff with them. He just brought the guys in. He gave them promotion, gave them more money. He said, come join me. Yeah, but we definitely need to bring some former players back. I'm like Coach T. A lot of former players you have a lot of guys around of course, the training camp stuff and the OTAs and all that stuff. But we need to sign some former players to be fully back. So so some of the players who are of the newer era can learn about the old era and see how they operated and have those guys who've been there before like that in the locker room and be around greatness. So we need to bring some guys back. Bring back Ike Taylor, or bring back different individuals like that. Hines Ward is coaching, I think the Rams, right, or something. Bring all those guys back. Bring those guys back and let them like coach the team up. Big Ben, he be acting like he want to coach. Bring him back as a quarterback coach. It never hurt. Might as well bring him back as a quarterback coach or as like assistant or something. Just bring him back as something like that. Just bring the guys around and keep the guys around. Of course, the team like that to kind of help the guys out a little bit more. That'd be cool. Yeah, but the draft analysis too. I want to discuss, of course, who you guys think going first? Who going first in the draft? Who's going first in the draft? I think people be saying Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders. I don't know exactly who's going where in the draft. The Detroit lost most of their coaches. They'll struggle next year. Yeah, they lost a lot. I think Ben Johnson, he just took everybody with them. To bring the culture back. Yeah, we need the culture back. In the 4-1-2, we need the culture back. Like when people are around greatness, you see certain guys like around like James Harrison. Bring James Harrison back, definitely. James Harrison, all the different guys around, telling them about the stories about how they did this. And it can resonate more with the players because like they played before too as well, and they won too as well at the highest level. So it's like it'd be something that kind of motivating and inspiring maybe for some of the players to have. But I do think Shedeur Sanders is definitely a good quarterback. Cam Ward as well. Those are probably the top 2 quarterbacks I like the most in this draft. People keep saying the Steelers should draft Jalen Moreau. He has potential, of course, but there's a lot of things to kind of fix a little bit. His accuracy on some of the stuff as well, and his footwork as well, his mechanics. And sometimes, sometimes his timing as well like that, and reading defenses as well, especially on third down. Like when the blitzes get to him, he just struggle a lot with that. We've seen that at Alabama, but I don't think he will probably be like getting drafted by the Steelers. He might be a 2nd-round pick, I think, by somebody, but I don't think he's going to Pittsburgh. The Steelers need Will Gay back. Yeah, Will Gay, he was a pick 6 machine. All those pick 6. They need an ex-Steeler at DC. Yep. Then Detroit DC become the head coach of the Jets. Yep, I think Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn became head coach of the Jets. He used to play for the Jets. And he played 1 year for the Saints as well as a cornerback. And he joined the Jets back. I'm happy he got the job there because he took the opportunity because there's not going to be a lot of opportunities for him to take. Fully if he missed out on this opportunity and something go wrong maybe next year. But I hope the Jets are willing to actually let him actually coach and let him actually restore the culture of the Jets because it's kind of hard to do something when you try to say one thing and the owner say another thing. It's kind of like the Cowboys. About the Cowboys' job is one of the most least attractive jobs out there. It's a crazy job because you look at they had to promote a guy. They had to promote a guy who's already in an organization to head coach as well. It's like because the job is kind of bad because Jerry Jones basically controls everything. It's kind of hard for the head coach to do what he want to do when he say like, "Hey, this," and the owner say that. like that, kind of mixing things up, and it kind of like seeing mixed emotions between the players, and basically like the head coach have no power at all. Because most teams is ran by the head coach fully, and then like of course the owner is the owner of the team, but the head coach operates everything football related. But I don't know why Jerry Jones just can't seem to just sit back. You know, if he wanted to win, actually, he'd probably say, let me take a seat back and let a different GM take over. But for some reason, Jerry Jones want to win his way. And people always say, I want to win this way. Okay, would you be happy if he won and you only had 2 catches for 5 yards? No, I want a touchdown. Exactly, you want to win your way. Jerry Jones want to win his way. He want to be the one in charge, be the one who make the picks. Like, I make suggestion to do this and suggestion to do that. And for that reason, he would never see himself winning again because he would not take a seat back. Take a seat back. You want to win. You say, I'd do anything to win. Then do anything by taking a seat back and let another GM take over and do some other stuff. First overall pick, Ray Gun. Hey, Ray Gun might, if we did sign Ray Gun, the touchdown celebration would be great. You know, I don't know how Ray Gun would look. You know, I think like, how tall is Ray Gun? Like 5'1"? But the touchdown celebration would be great. We just pit Ray Gun in at the goal line and then throw like a dump off or something, or just pick it up, throw it over the top. And then get in the end zone and hit the dance. That'd be one of the most viral moments. Hit a little dance. Might get injured doing the dance as well, because that's a dance look a little dangerous with your neck, but that'd be funny. I'm surprised they haven't put Rick at any events or anything yet. They might bring it out eventually. That was like one of the funniest things in the Olympics. Did Jerry Jones made a mistake not hiring Dion? Yeah. I don't know if Dion like won the job, and I don't know if there's a publicity stunt or something, but he probably should have went all in with Dion. But it like I don't know if it worked out too well because Dion do not talk to Jerry as well. Dion and Jerry got a good relationship, so it might be easier for Dion to talk to Jerry, but it's kind of hard for you to do anything when the owner keep doing this and like keep overpowering you and stuff as well. Jerry Jones is a good owner in terms of marketing. You know, in terms of marketing, he's a good owner, great owner, making a lot of money for the team. But in terms of football, Oh, peace out, Mark. Peace out. Thanks for the gifted as well. Peace out. Peace out. Yeah, but I think Shedeur definitely is going to be a pretty good quarterback. I don't see any I'm watching this film. I know from a fan perspective, but I'm watching this film and seeing his play. I watched most of his games, of course, from start to finish. I think he's a good player. 37 touchdowns, so just 10 interceptions as well. He I think what is it? How tall is he? How tall is Shedeur? Shedeur is 6'2", 215 pounds. My only issue is that they need to make sure, our team draft him, make sure you have protection, because he got sacked like 50 times. I think his junior year, and he got sacked 42 times last year. So he got sacked a lot. So since college we getting sacked, and you can't come to the NFL getting sacked like that, you would not last too long. So I think he'll be a good player. He'll be a great player out there. That's why Deion didn't take the job. Yeah, that's probably why he didn't take the job. Yeah, because it's kind of hard to deal with Jerry. Jerry might seem like a cool person, in the sense of maybe making money, because the Cowboys is the richest sports team. He does a good job at that, but he just do not know how to take a seat back and stuff. But Shedeur definitely, I think he could probably, the Raiders could trade up for him to maybe get Shedeur, and then Cam Ward. I don't know exactly what the best landing spot for him. I would say the Giants, but the Giants got a lot of problems to fix. The offensive line, they need some more weapons on offense as well. Their running back played pretty good last year on Tracy, and of course they got Malik Neighbors out there. I think Jalen Hyde as well. They got some different individuals who are pretty good, but it's gonna be very difficult to see how they kind of fix that roster. The Giants have been struggling with the offensive line since Eli Manning was here, and that was a while ago. So they've been struggling with that for a long time. So if Cam Ward is going there, I'm like, he's a pocket passer. Both of the quarterbacks are pocket passers. Shedeur Sanders, they got mobility to get out the pocket, maybe run if they have to, but they pocket passers though. So they're the guys want to sit in the pocket and deliver, and once they damage from the pocket. So the only person who's do a threat with top guys be Jalen Monroe, do a threat guy, but besides that, everybody else is pocket passer. So they make sure the offensive line is good, so you can have those guys deliver. To Travis Hunter, yeah, Travis Hunter, he probably be who had the first pick? The Titans, right? I think the Titans. Yeah, I think the Titans, right? Let me see. Yeah, I think the draft order. What's the draft order? I think it's the Titans. Let me see. NFL draft order. NFL draft order. Let's see. Yeah, Titans is first. Okay, it's Titans. And then you got the Browns, Giants, Patriots, Jaguars. And the Titans got Travis Hunter. Trying to see that don't really solve their problems. It was his quarterback, as well. Like in a lot, and they need some more receivers as well. They need a lot of things on offense. The Titans like spot is not really too bright spot, but Travis Hunter, you better hope he fall down a little further. The Patriots will be a perfect spot for him. We'll give him Mike Vrabel. I think he can fit in well there, but I hope he fall a little bit down. Like that Cleveland Browns, they be all right, but they need the quarterback mostly. And now they could go Shedeur Sanders, but they do have a Deshaun Watson contract, which is a very crazy contract. You got to get out that contract eventually. He re-ruptured his Achilles, which is crazy. He had Achilles tear and he re-ruptured it at home. I don't know how he did that, but he re-ruptured the Achilles. So I wonder if they would go Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward bring quarterback in. We'll see how things go, but I don't know. He said Hunter to the Steelers. He'll be alongside GP and JPJ. If we can pull that off, they probably take everything. You probably have to sell some of your blood, 3 first-round picks, and about 25% stake in the Steelers ownership to get that trade for Travis Hunter. I think Travis Hunter gonna be gone probably first pick or something. Gonna be a lot to get him. The Titans need QB for sure, yeah. So I don't know if the Titans would go Shedeur, but then your O-line is bad. And you ain't on receivers there either. So like you're gonna set them up for failure, or you sign some guys and maybe the free agency sign a little guys, bring some guys in, and maybe bring a veteran quarterback in, and then pitch the door in later down the line, or you want to storm out there to the fire right day one. So we have to see. I prefer the approach of waiting. I like how Aaron Rodgers waited. I like how Jordan Love waited. They were waiting behind each other and stuff as well, like that, waiting for the opportunity. Big Ben's supposed to have been waiting. Remember, but then the quarterback got injured, of course. And then Big Ben had to come in, but he did win 15 straight games. 15 games like that. Got to the AFC title game in the following year, won the Super Bowl. Some quarterbacks are just outliers. Like they go out there and play, like Jaden Daniels, the Big Bens, the Andrew Lucks. Those guys can go their first year and do it. But we've seen some guys like Peyton Manning who struggled through 20 interceptions his first year, and then not play too good, but then eventually he turned it around, and now he's a 5-time MVP, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. So sometimes it's a little different. You just need patience a little bit for the quarterback. Some quarterbacks take a little time to get it. Some start right off the back, flashing and steaming. A lot of teams are very impatient to wait for the quarterback to develop. And I understand why, too, because the coaches only get about probably 2 years or so to try to develop anybody, then they get fired. So you want to make sure your guy is ready right then and there. And they be impatient, trying to make a move, and they mess with the quarterback growth. But look at Mac Jones. Mac Jones led the Patriots a 10-7 record his first year. His passing touchdown ratio to interception ratio was pretty good. He was a Pro Bowler that year as well. Rightfully so, he kind of earned that spot, got the team to the playoffs. And what happened after that? The Patriots decided to make Matt Patricia, who's a defensive coordinator who never called the offense and mess him up. That messed everything up like that for him. Messed everything up. Him and Joe Judge was calling the offense. They never called that before. It messed Mac Jones' whole trajectory up. He kind of fell off a little bit. And then now he's with the Jaguars now as the backup quarterback. And it kind of messed his whole psyche up. Some teams, it damage a lot of quarterbacks. You need to get in the right spot first. You get in the right spot, you'll be good. I thought you was asking who would go first. Yeah, who go first? I think it's probably definitely Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter definitely going first, but it depends on how much the team value that. They want to make this add the guy because he's the best talent, or they want to say, oh, I want to add some pieces like that, add the position we need the most. They really could just maybe wait on cornerback, but he's a guy who can play cornerback, receiver. I don't know if he's gonna play both positions in the NFL or not, but he probably definitely going first. Probably you can't miss out on him like that. Even though you might not need. That might be your highest need in your position. You can't miss out on him probably. So you probably have to take him first. You probably have to. They need a quarterback, but you might have to take Travis Hunter first, though. You might have to. You can't miss out on that talent. Steelers should take a long look at Will Howard from OSU. He reminds me of Roethlisberger. I need to look into that. This is Otis Howard. Okay. Will Howard. Okay. Trade up for Mason Graham. Who's drafting Travis Hunter in mock drafts? I seen the Titans do it. In my draft, I see some people have where the Patriots traded up to get him a little bit in my drafts. The Titans could do that too as well. They say Travis Hunter is a generational talent, but I need a quarterback. I could just trade my first round pick back and get more picks to add more stuff we need. So they could do that too. Titans already have Steelers legend Mason Rudolph. I think Mason Rudolph a free agent though now. He had a few moments with the Titans, but he didn't look too good with the Titans because they had too many too many things to fix over there. The thing about Jaden Daniels is he's 24 years old. A 5-year starter in college. The Commanders ran similar offense to what he ran in college. Yep, exactly, James. Yeah, a lot of teams don't want to do what's best for the quarterback. They like to say, "Oh, run this system right here." if the quarterback is good at being dual threat, get the pocket, let him get the pocket, let him do that. It's like making Stephen Curry become a post player. Stephen Curry don't play in the post. Stephen Curry play around the perimeter. Let them play their strong suit. A lot of coaches want to like force their scheme. Their scheme is bigger than the players, but their scheme is not bigger than the players. Go out there and build around the players. Change your play calls to revolve the players, and you'll see them have more success. You can't pick certain guys. Like I know you're gonna challenge players to do different things and stuff, but do not make them where they get out of like their comfort zone fully, where they like messing themselves up and playing a style of offense that's not theirs. I remember RG3 tried to force himself to be a pocket passer. Remember when Shanahan was saying like RG3, he wanted him to stay doing his thing, running and stuff, but the hits was getting to him, so he tried to switch to pocket passing. It didn't work out too well. It's not his play style. Your play style is to get out the pocket. The scramble. When you're scrambling and you're making plays out of the pocket, that's what you do. It's like Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. You want them to stay in the pocket all day? No. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen make their best plays, and Mahomes make their best plays when they're out the pocket on a run. That's how they make their best plays. So you want to keep them doing their same stuff. But a lot of coaches and teams just want to, force their scheme on the players, and they mess them up a lot. Yeah, I wonder. I do wonder though who the Steelers will go though. We kind of gotta wait to see free agency though. I think free agency will tell us exactly what the need is. Because after free agency happened and they sign who they want to sign, then you kind of see like, okay, we need to draft this position or that position. But we'll see exactly who we take. They ain't gonna have the same results next season. We're having to see Stroud. Yeah, see Stroud second year he kind of dropped off a little bit, but he still was good enough to get the playoffs though. I know the division is kind of bad, of course. You got Jaguars and you got Titans there. Of course, it's kind of easy to win the division. The Colts, it was on and off here and there. But you see, Stroud had a sophomore slump a little bit. But I think that's kind of just natural, like that. A lot of those guys don't play. College games, you play a lot of games in college. I think you don't play 11 games in college, I think. 11 games, right? I think 11, 12 games in college. And if you get past that, you might play a little bit more. But in the NFL, you're playing 17 games. And now they're trying to add another game as well. They said in the next 2-3 years, they're going to add 18 games. So I'm like, man, they're trying to get these players hurt a little bit. I know that they get paid more money, but it's more wear and tear in your body, of course. So we'll see exactly how Jaden Daniels look the following season. But he has a bright future though. Being there and the way they built that team up as well. They probably want to add probably the receiver most likely in the draft because Terry McLaurin was cool. And then they had other guys who shine here and there, but they need to add another receiver there. So DC figured CJ out. Yeah, CJ Stroud. I don't know. It just like he was like a little sluggish out there. Like he was playing this year. He still won enough games and won a playoff game for them, which was cool. But I feel like he played a little different than last year. We didn't see a lot of mobility from him. He kind of play a little different, a little off, a little bit. His accuracy was mostly the thing that was off. Like his footwork was off, his mechanics was off. Like it wasn't the same as it once was. I don't know if he was playing through an injury that was undisclosed or something, but he just looked different this past year. But I think he'll get back to the year one, C.J. Stroud, once things kind of like get under wrap. The Diggs is a free agent receiver. Yeah, Diggs, he's only have 1 year left on his contract. I don't know if he's unrestricted or restricted, where they still have a chance to negotiate with him, or he's gonna be out there. But Diggs, he's a good player, but I don't know how that'll work in Pittsburgh. We already have enough the antics with GP, so I don't know how that'll work out. With Diggs in Pittsburgh, he's a good player though, great player, all pro receiver. But I don't know how it'll work out in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Stroud did lose Tank Dell. He lost Tank Dell and Diggs. And then he had Nico Collins. Nico Collins was in and out sometimes too as well. So injuries did happen. Of course, that do affect his play too as well. But some of that throws he made was inaccurate. It was like some plays with it looked a little out of character for him last season. But he still was good enough to get into the playoffs and win the playoff game. So that was good for him to do. But I think next year when his guys back healthy, fully healthy, they'd be cool. Joe Mixon was a big pickup for them as well. He played well with them. Yeah, but Stephon Diggs is a good player, but I don't know, man. I don't know if the Steelers want to deal with Diggs and GP. Be like, a little shaky. What time is it? Oh, it's 5. I went over time. 5:01. Well, guys, I'm about to head out of here. You probably see me tomorrow. I'm gonna definitely do a video on Cam Skitterbo and probably a video doing a draft analysis on maybe one of the receivers. Might do McMillan or Trey Harris, one of those receivers. I'll break down to them. I do like them a lot at the draft as well. I'm doing the Cam one for the Steelers to draft, so be on the lookout for that. And also, subscribe to Steelers Syndicate, the other channel as well. We're on the road to 3,000 over there. Subscribe here if you like to as well. But I'm going to definitely upload on Steelers Syndicate channel, maybe today, maybe some news stuff. I see some news stuff about Mr. Rooney was talking about some other stuff. Might discuss some of that stuff today in a little bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow like that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out, Byron, James, Jer, TJ, Gene, all you guys. Peace out. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the draft analysis.